Hey guys, so it's been a while, and on my last album review, someone requested me to review Life's Not Out to Get You by Neck Deep. So here we go. Got my notes right here. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. So, Life's Not Out to Get You. So it's a really good album. I really liked it. Not exactly my style, but that's okay. It's a good album nonetheless. And there were quite a few songs also that I did enjoy quite a bit. So I guess we'll go through some of the tracks. So we've got Citizens of Earth. That's the starter track. I got some At the Drive-In vibes from it. It's a little bit more, I guess, chaotic. Got some of that old post-hardcore influence. That's what I heard at least. It's a cool track. And then you got Threat Level Midnight. It's very solid pop punk. So if you're into pop punk, you're gonna love this. It's got that really fast skate beat with the drums and the verses, and then there's some really good melodic guitar work in there. Then we've got Can't Kick Up the Roots. That's some solid pop punk. A lot of these are solid pop punk. This is a pop punk album by far. And it's got some really strong guitars. They work really well together with the rhythm and lead. And so the instruments start out really strong, and then they kind of hold back. They kind of pull back a little bit for the verses, and they kind of let the singer do his thing, kind of focus on him. And then they come back in the chorus nice and strong, and it just makes for some really good dynamics. And then the lyrics kind of reflect on his hometown, like where he's from and what made him who he is. So, and whatever influences him can't kick back his roots, because he'll always be who he is. And then we've got Calling Ma. This is a good song that stood out to me quite a bit. It's about the singer having some troubles with some girls that are ripping his heart out, like the guy from Indiana Jones. Hence the name Calling Ma. That's an Indiana Jones reference, and the whole song has some Indiana Jones references in it. So if you're an Indiana Jones fan, that song's for you. So, yeah, it's a pretty cool song, though. Really catchy. It's got some really awesome sounding guitars during the verses. Yeah, it progresses really well. A lot of these songs are pretty progressive too. The song Gold Steps, this is probably my favorite song on the album, because it's the song that kind of got me into this band. Because I've seen them live twice. The first time I saw them was at the Warped Tour in, I think, 2016 or 2015, one of those years. And yeah, Gold Steps was one of the first songs I heard by them, and the lyrics are just really awesome about how life's not out to get you, and that you're gonna get through it no matter what, and that you just really need to work at it and push through, you know. Positive song. And so yeah, I'll describe the song a little bit. It's got some of those skate drums again, like most of the songs in this album. It's throughout the verses, then it kind of goes to a little halftime beat for the chorus and slows down a little bit. And then we move on to Lime Street. It's a really catchy song about a guy that misses a girl, like most pop punk songs are. Then we've got Serpents. This is kind of a darker turn in the album. It sounds darker, and you can tell it's kind of melodic hardcore influenced. It's in a minor key, more angry sounding. And then Beaches for Lovers, it's about how the singer misses someone, and it starts out really soft, and then the dynamics build up, and then it gets louder towards the end. And I always love songs that do that. It's a really cool touch to have in a song. And then we've got December, which is another standout track because it's an acoustic ballad about, you guessed it, it's about a singer missing a girl. So, and he kind of lists some confessions to her, like how he was this and how he did that and how he knows it was bad and how he wishes he could change and all that stuff, kind of admitting his guilt and admitting his wrongdoings to her. And he kind of wants her to be happy wherever she's at in her life with whoever she's going to be with. So that's a pretty good song. Nice acoustic ballad. Then we've got Smooth Seas Don't Make Good Sailors. I remember this one being pretty good. It's about how the world's messed up, but you know, you could look at it in a positive way or a negative way, and if you look at it in a positive way, you'll probably be a lot more happy. And like more focusing on the positive things in the world than the negative things in the world. And yeah, that's a really good song. I like the theme of that song, the lyrics. It's pretty relatable for like the day and age that we're in right now. So then we've got I Hope This Comes Back to Haunt You. It starts out a lot softer, and then it gets louder, and then it's got some of those cool dynamics again, like I was saying. Rock Bottom is another standout track for me. It's about how the singer is in the state of depression and how he hits rock bottom, and then he feels guilty that he didn't listen to his friends and how he treated them bad. And it's basically like, hey, look, this is a cycle, and it gets better. And then you hit rock bottom again, and then you just pick yourself up and get back up and keep moving. And it's kind of a straightforward message, like you kind of got to get back up, and like life sucks, but it's hard for everyone, and you got to kind of deal with it, like kind of in a positive way, like of course not in a negative way. But yeah, it's just kind of the call to get up, and one of the lyrics in the song says resurrect and start again, and yeah, it's a cool song. And that kind of wraps up the songs on this album. I might have skipped over a few, but I just kind of wrote down some notes about the songs that I liked. And the overall impression of this album is... Hey, sorry, my camera died, so... the overall impression of the album, it's a really good album. It's got great production, of course, because it's a 2010s pop-punk album. And the lyrics are really positive about like kind of picking yourself up and going through life with a positive attitude. That's always good to have in these days. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but Jeremy McKinnon sings in Kali Ma for a certain, I think for the bridge. Jeremy McKinnon from A Day to Remember sings, and it's always good to have him on as a featured artist because he's got a great voice. And he sings, he doesn't scream. So just clarifying that, because I know he's in A Day to Remember, they're kind of a screamer band, but yeah, he actually sings in this song. So overall, I'd give this album an 8.5 out of 10, just because there's better stuff personally in my opinion, but it's a solid album. Like I was trying to debate whether to give it an 8.5 or a 9. But I gave it an 8.5 just because, like I said, there's better stuff out there, but it's definitely a good album. In no way does this mean that it's worse than anything, but there's just better stuff, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's a great album, like I've said like a million times. It's fantastic, and I highly recommend it for anyone that's into the 2010s pop-punk music, or for anyone like at all to listen to. You might like it. It might be something new for you, so... Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to see me review any other albums, leave them in the comments. If you want to see me play some guitar, leave it in the comments. Tell me what songs you want to see me play. Yeah, until next time, see ya.